my kings and queens, what's up, what's good, how you doing? Today I thought I'd do a kind of a fun random tag I saw online that'd be kind of interesting, which is your throwback tag, so I don't know, I thought it was interesting since I'm kind of a throwback kind of person, so let's just get jumping right into it. So the first question, I'm just reading off of my laptop. It says, what year were you born in? Well, I tell you guys that you guys know how old I am, but believe it or not, I was born in 1989. Alright, you guys can do the math on that. What TV shows did I grow up watching? So growing up, I would say my first few favorites was like, so cartoon-wise, Sailor Moon, Rugrats, and Hey Arnold. More like realistic TV shows would be like Family Matters, Friends, which isn't really a throwback because it's still on TV. The Cosby Show, Seventh Heaven, Highway to Heaven, Little House on the Prairie. Oh man, list just goes on. I can't even think. Oh, you guys remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or Uh-Oh? Or Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, anyway, moving on. I watched a good handful of TV. So what did I want to be when I grew up? Because I wanted to be a veterinarian. Actually, my career choice has changed a lot. I'm very indecisive because I want to do everything. I wanted to be a veterinarian, but unfortunately, I did work at a vet, and we had to put a kitten down, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't help the veterinarian put this cat down, and it was really sad, so I decided to chop that whole thing up. It's not that I don't like to help animals, it's just I hate needles. Call me selfish or whatever, but I hate needles, and putting a life down was really, really hard for me. So, not doing that no more. My favorite toys to play with when I was younger was Barbies, jump rope, jacks, Barbies, dollhouse, dress up, Barbies. I was into Barbies a lot. I still kind of am, if you can't really tell. I used to like cry for Barney. That's probably one of my embarrassing stories as a kid. Nowadays, because people are cruel and mean and don't like Barney, and regardless of what the rumors say, I still was a fan of the big purple dinosaur. What is one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween? A clown. No. I've dressed up as Brandy. If you guys know who that is, she's Ray J's older sister. She had a TV show on Moesha. She was in the game. Brandy. Who doesn't know who Brandy is? But I dressed up as her because I have braids and I was a really big fan of her. So I even dress up, and when people asked me who I was, they looked at me like I was crazy. Oh well. So some of the things I've kept when I was a kid, or I have all my Barbies still to this day. I wish at the dollhouse my parents made me for, I don't know, my 8th or 9th birthday. It was massive. Well, I'm only 5'5", so it was probably like my height now, but being like probably 3 or 4 feet, it was like massive. I also kept some of the Pogs that I have. I still have my N64, my Sega. I have my baby blanket still, and most of my stuffed animals and dolls. I said that. The scariest thing I can remember as a kid was me and my family used to live in this house we called the A-frame because it was literally shaped like an A. I remember there was a fire happening in our backyard. And our backyard was like a forest basically, so it had like trees, and it like kind of went downhill to the next people behind us lived. But it wasn't our property that was on fire, it's actually their house that was on fire, but the flames were coming up so fast that it looked like our trees were getting on fire. So I guess what I can remember is that the next day we went around and checked it out, and that house was completely demolished. It was completely ruined by the fire, and the trees had started to like burn onto our property as well. That's like the scariest thing I can remember. Also, I was in an earthquake when I was really, really young, in California with my family, but I don't remember a lot about that. I just remember a lot from mostly probably pictures. But yeah, 3 songs I loved to listen to as a child. Well, I grew up in a household where they played a lot of Dionne Warwick, Stephanie Mills, Al Green, Stevie Wonder. So I listened to a lot of those. Now I can't name off the top of my head, but if they played, I would know what they were. How is the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? A lot actually. Technology has definitely taken over a lot of children's childhood, and it's really actually quite sad. I work in the food industry, and I see a lot of parents just give their kids iPads, making them, I guess, shut up, or they ignore them. But I feel like when I was a kid, I was reading books. Like, I would follow my mom in the grocery store, and the mall, just my head in a book. As well as they're not creative as they used to be. They're not really outside that much. If you pass by like a bus stop, everyone's on their phones. It's actually quite sad. People are not using their brains anymore. They're just relying on their phone. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I like my phone too, but I feel like back then, even like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it wasn't this like dysfunctional, I guess you can say. Kids were like, you know, I don't know. It was not even kids, just like the whole world. Like, men would open the doors for women. Women were more like empowered. Like, I guess women were still like empowerment back then with smaller voices, but women are calling each other like bad bees and like, I don't know, hating on each other more. Like, people are like, I don't know, I don't get it. Like, if people were getting in a cat fight or in a fight or scrapping on the streets, instead of helping that person out, they're videotaping it. Like, that ain't cute, y'all. I prefer not to watch those kind of videos because that's just hateful right there. Come on, Diamond, come join the video. Anyway, I don't know, I feel like a lot has changed in regards of technology. If there's any old school bands that I would prefer to come back, who would it be? That's easy, TLC. All the way, rest in peace, Left Eye. I could bring back a girl group, it definitely would be TLC. They were on point. If you don't know who they are, shame on you. Alright guys, so thanks for watching the throwback tag with me today. I had fun doing it. Took me back through memory lane. Leave a comment down below what your favorite toy was, your favorite game, band, whatever you used to do when you were a kid, if you're from my time. Yeah, anyway, if you like this video and want to see more from me, give this a good thumbs up, and so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye, my kings and queens.